PSJA team. So we're here to help support and advocate for technology in the classroom, and we're here just to help the entire district the best way that we can. And with me today, what we have three individuals that are going to present on some ed tech topics that teachers can use in the classroom to promote better teaching and learning. And so with that in mind, I want to get started quickly. I'm just going to share my screen briefly and show a little bit of a Google slide. So today we are November 10th, 2022. We do have the session number there that I think Debbie and Valentine posted it in the chat. The remote check-in is PSJA Tech. And the very first presenter that we have today is our very own library innovation strategist, Miss Amy Marquez. Miss Marquez, I will not share my screen anymore, and I will give the floor to you. Thank you, Miss Marquez.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to be here. I'm excited to be here today. And in thinking about what topic, I thought right now is a great time to talk a little bit about self-care, mindfulness, and checking in, right, with ourselves and with our students so that we can make sure everybody is in a good place to learn. So I'm going to share some different resources with you today that you can use for yourself or you can use with the students. And these are great resources that you can use like a brain break or as a little reward or incentive or just like a regular thing that you do just to ensure that your students have a chance to just relax their brain, practice breathing and all those things, right? So to start out with, we're going to look a little bit at what is the difference between self-care and mindfulness. I don't know about you, but pre-pandemic, the talk about this wasn't at the forefront the way that it is now. And I know for myself, I mean, there's always been little things that I do to take care of myself, right? But I didn't really get it, like why it was so important. And then after we've had the pandemic and we've been back and there's been, all this fluctuation of different health issues and things, I really see now why it's so important that we as adults take care of ourselves and practice mindfulness, and that it's important that we also talk to students about this and why it's important. So the difference between the two, self-care is the practice of taking an active role in protecting your own well-being and happiness, especially when you're in periods of stress, right? And I feel like at this point in the year, we're all feeling stressed, right? As we've been in the long stretch already, we're getting close to the break. There's a lot of stress people are feeling. And then mindfulness, the difference between the two is paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, in the present, without any kind of judgment. So like you're paying attention to maybe how you're breathing, how you're feeling, how your body is feeling, how you're reacting to something, and not judging yourself for those things, but just being aware so that then you can decide how best to react in the future maybe, or what your body is needing from you. So why would you want to practice these things? Well, it's going to help reduce stress and anxiety for yourself and students. It can help improve mental health. It can lead to better academic results. It can prepare the brain for learning. So if you're all stressed and then you're trying to learn at the same time, it's not a good combination. So it can help you just for a second clear your brain so that you can be ready to learn, right? And then also it helps develop focus and memory. So I have a few awesome websites that I think are good for little brain break as self-care. The first one is Window Swap. And so I'm going to show it to you. And I really hope that you guys will take a chance. I'm going to show it to you. Then I'm going to give you the link. I'm going to give you a chance to try it. And then I need a little feedback. Okay. So this is Window Swap. When you get to this website, it says open a new window somewhere in the world. You could log in if you want to. I think if you do, you can save your favorite windows. Once you click that button, it's a live window somewhere in the world that's sort of just giving you a background image to kind of like, enjoy the view, right? Away from where you are, especially if you're like in a classroom, let's say, and you're stuck in your desk or, in the school or whatever, maybe you don't even have windows in your room. If you hover over it at the top, it's got where this is at. So this one is Tucson, Arizona. And then you can also search for a window, or you can just continue to just swap windows. So this one is in Switzerland, which I think is pretty cool, right? To just see the different views. So I'm going to put this in the chat, and I want you to please try it out. And the feedback I would like is what window are you seeing? What I love about this tool is sometimes there's music too, or you can hear the birds chirping. Some of them have wind chimes, and you can hear that as well. So I think that's pretty neat. See, I'm curious to see. Tell me where you went. Where was your window view?
Mine was in Chicago, and I think it's raining over there, so it's really cool because you can hear the rain fall, and yeah, that was the first thing I noticed was that I didn't know it had the environmental noise in there.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Vancouver, Canada. What's it like over there in Vancouver? Is it clear, cloudy? What's it like?
It seems pretty calm. It's a window. It seems like it's fall over there. Everything's in different colors, and there's just cars going back and forth in a neighborhood.
Nice. I see Amsterdam, Austria. Can somebody share, how do you think this could be useful for you, this tool?
I think I'm sorry, in correlation to like the mindfulness, and I you hit different points where it was like, it's a time of the day where we're all feeling stressed, right? And it was like a little escape for me at the moment because it was like virtual. And it was like, ooh, a new setting, a new different environment. So I really enjoyed it. Thank you for sharing that.
Yay, I'm so glad. I'm glad to hear that. You're in Vietnam, New York, India. Wow, this is awesome. So I think this could be a nice tool that you could use just for that little break, even for yourself, or every so often I'll just leave it on in the background and it's just like the sounds and things just to sort of like remind me like I'm not locked here. There's life outside the building I'm in.
Yeah. And I'm even thinking like for my RLA teachers, like when they cover the imagery, like what do you hear? What do you see? What do you feel? You know, maybe giving them like these vivid images and for them to listen and just have their mind flow and jot down ideas. I think that'll be really, really neat.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
It even shows the, I don't know about you all, but it shows the weather too on the top left corner. So it says like tornado warning, a severe storm. I don't know if that's for everybody, but that's pretty cool because you can. Yeah,
Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say you can use it in the classroom and just if it's something that you're teaching the students, you'd be like, oh, okay, you know, what is a tornado, or you know, or this is what it looks like, because a lot of it they'll read it in a book or see it in text, but it's cool to actually have them see something like that, like a severe storm or a tornado.
Yes, and just that live feed of it's real versus a still picture, right? Thank you. Anybody else want to share? All right. The next one we're going to look at is called Weave Silk. And this one is a really cool sort of artsy tool that you can use. It's interactive generative art. And so you can drag the dots around the screen and make a picture. So I'm going to demonstrate it. I'm going to give you a chance to try it. And then you're probably not going to want to stop. But so all I did was click somewhere on the page and it's got that symmetry happening. If I come over this way, I can pick colors. So maybe I want to go pink now, and I can turn on mirroring or spiraling or how much rotational symmetry and things that I want in there. So I'm going to go ahead and share that link with you so you have a chance to just try it out. I'm a firm believer, like we're here for you to actually try the tool, because it's more likely to stick with you later when you're like, oh, what would be a good tool to do for a brain break? You actually tried it, right? So go ahead and click on it. Try it out, see what you think. While you're trying it, I'm going to talk for just a second. So I did a STAR Academy with Collegiate High School last year. The science teachers were doing a prep academy with them, and then they needed some brain breaks. So this was one of the activities. They were prepping, and you know how they have the academy like for half a day or all day. And then at little breaks, they would come with me at the library and we would do some of these. So that could be, you know, a useful way to do it too. I'm almost out of my time, I believe. But I have a couple more things to share with you. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going. The next one, and I love this one, it's called This is Sand. And man, the students love this one too. What it is it's just a blank canvas. Up here is your color wheel. You can pick whatever color you want to start with. And then you hold down the cursor and you start dropping the sand. And so when I've done this with students, the silence, like it's silence, they're so excited, and then they don't want to stop, right? And then just to precaution you, right, if you do this with students, you have some that are very much perfectionists that hate when they get something in the wrong place because you can't erase it, right? It just continues to build, but you continue changing colors and dropping the sand wherever you want it. And wow, students, I'm sure adults as well, but I've only seen students work with it, can make some amazing drawings. Like me, I just go back and forth and it just looks like a bunch of colored mountains. But I mean, they can like make some amazing stuff. So that one is This is Sand. Highly recommend. I'm gonna give you just a second. I want you to try it. Just try it out real quick because the next two are breathing. And I mean, I'll show it to you, but I want you to have a chance to try the sand because it's a lot of fun. If you got to try it out to start playing with the sand, tell me feedback. What did you think about how it feels as you're doing the sand? Soothing, very nice. Still the same. Kind of gratifying. I feel like something about seeing the sand falling, and I don't know what it is, but thanks for sharing. Yes, yes. The problem is to set the timer because otherwise they'll want to go on and on and on with that one. At least that's been my experience. But they've been very positive. Like kids really like that one. All right, two more resources and we'll be quick. The Calm Breathe Bubble. It's a YouTube video. I won't do it with you, but if you click on it, it's gonna, I believe it's like 2 minutes or maybe a minute and a half, and it tells you when to breathe out, when to breathe in, and it just sort of paces your breathing so you can regulate your breathing. And it's got that beautiful water outdoor background. So that one's really nice. And then this last one, right before we jumped on, I clicked the link and it wasn't working, and I was like, oh no. So I was like trying to fix it real quick. Doesn't that always happen, tech people? Right before you're gonna present, something has changed every time. Well, this one used to be only a breathing website, and it was really cool because you could select your background and you could select some different options and different music, and then it would be to breathe with, right? Well, now they have like a robust hub and it's a library. So if you were to click this link and you have to sign up, it's free. Once you sign up, it has all these different options. So for example, if you want to look at self-management for self, down here, it's got some different things you can try for yourself or with your students. Some of them have to do with breathing like a hippo, and then some of them are actual like physical things for you to do or strategies to calm down. But I thought this was really cool. It's all here in a hub that you can do with students. All right. Any questions? Okay. Any feedback?
Does not look like we have questions.
Okay.
But well, that was awesome, Ms. Marquez. Thank you so much for showing us this because it's kind of funny when we go visit the campuses, me and Debbie and Valentin and the team, the first thing we hear is they're like, hey, how's everything going? And everyone goes, I can't wait for the break. So like everyone's waiting for a break. And these at least are like little mini breaks that we could have at work, whether it's like our conference or during lunchtime, you know what I mean? So I really do think that is really good. These are really good tools, especially for this time of the year that we've been like 9 weeks in, something like that, since the school year, and a lot of us probably haven't taken very many days off. And I think these are really cool. Like you said, you nailed it when you said brain breaks. I'm like, oh yeah, this is something I can do for a minute or two and not think about work for a little while.
Yes, recharge, right?
Yes, most definitely, Marquez, Miss Marquez. I really like it because, for example, if we target the SEL component for our students, right? And I think these are like really innovative little ways that we can, for example, at my campus on Fridays, we do advisory lessons. So this would be like a perfect opportunity. I really like the hub. I'm going to share that one with my teachers, just to like different ways on how to de-escalate certain situations, or just to get the students to talk and have these conversations. So thank you so much for sharing those awesome resources. I loved them.
Thank you for the
Definitely.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Marquez. And then if any of y'all have any questions about what you just saw, feel free to reach out to Ms. Marquez, and I'm sure she will answer any kind of questions that y'all have. So again, thank you so much. And with that in mind, we're just going to move on to our second presenter that we have today. I'm just going to share my screen super quick. So the next presenter that we have for today is Linda Martinez. She is a librarian at Baloo, Pathways to Independence. And I believe today that she's going to go over some different aspects of Canva. And so with that in mind, I will actually stop sharing my screen and give you the floor, Miss Martinez. Thank you again so much for being here.
Hi, everyone. I'm Linda Martinez, like he said. I'm pretty sure that we're all familiar with Canva, so the basics of how to start something new. So I was going to do just some things that you might have not known that Canva can do to help you in your classroom. I prefer Canva over anything and everything. I think I've had this discussion with many the people who know me. I love Canva. I prefer it over for presentations, videos making, Jamboard. It does it all. And app smashing is great too. So you want me to share my screen, right? That would be best. I feel like I'm in virtual worlds again because I haven't done this in a while. And I was trying to get away from that since virtual was all last year, right? Especially for me. So this is me. So if you just happen to be in the audience and you don't know what Canva is, it's a totally free graphic design. I think everybody says it's free, but teachers still don't hear that somehow. I just had a teacher here at the school. She's like, on her calendar, I passed by and it said trial subscription ends at the end of the month. And I was like, girl, it's free. Sign in with PSJA. So it is free. It's amazing for teachers. So the first trick or tip, when you're doing a presentation, say you might have messed up and instead of tip, you wanted to put trick, or instead of in your presentation, you put kids throughout the whole presentation and you want to change all that to students. So I'm going to flip it to Canva. See, because because you guys did Google. I was like, do I present in Canva? Do I not? So I'm going to go this way. Okay. Is that cool? This is my presentation. And then to the first one, we would go to File. And then down here, it says Find or Replace Text. It's also Control F if you're into shortcuts. When you click on this, you can change anything. So if I want to change, I don't know, I don't want to put library and I want to put Media Center instead. I can just click on that. Media Center, it is case sensitive if you want it to be. And you just enter and then replace. If this was a big old file and I put library throughout the presentation and I wanted to change it all to Media Center, it's just easy peasy, right? Tip one, something you might have not known. Go back. Adding borders and text to shapes and rounding borders. Sometimes when you're in Canva and you're trying to create something, this is something, oh, sorry, let me add a blank one. When you're trying to add a shape and then you're not finding the right shape you want, or you want it curved, or you want added text to it, I always go to Elements, scroll down right here, Lines and Shapes, see all, and say I want this square, and it's my blue-green right now. I can click on Borders, and the borders will change. So if you want big borders around your figure, and then even if you want to round them also, it's there. See how the sides are getting rounded? Isn't that cool? Different things. And of course, you can change the color to any color. If there's a color that you don't like that's here on your palettes. You can make your own custom palettes. These are the colors of blue, not PTI. PTI doesn't have colors, but I got these from PR, so I got the exact numbers. So everything they use in their graphics, these are the colors. So you could do that. So you can always have them in your little color palette. And then you can always add new colors. You would add the number here if they give you the number, because colors run by number. You didn't know. And you can change it to any color you want. Or this is a quick tip that I didn't show on my presentation, but say you wanted the color this blue, you could use this little picker and you can pick any color on your screen. So say I want this blue and they'll change it to that color as well. Yay. Are these things you already knew? You guys are Canva experts. Any questions so far? I kind of talk fast.
I was gonna say thank you for the tip, because I've been going one by one on pages fixing things instead of that using the find and replace, so that's super helpful for me. And then the little color dropper, I always forget about it, and then I have an extension and I'm there
You're
with the
trying to
extension.
match the color.
Yeah, so thank you. Very nice.
Yes. And then the last step on this one is if you're trying to add text into a text box, instead of adding a text box over here, you can just click inside the shape and then you can type your text. And of course, you can edit your text any way you want. The other features. Moving on. Next one. Background remover. My assistant principal here, she loves Canva too. And she's like, we had let me see if I can find it. Well, that is a picture of my ELA teacher. It is Children's Book Week this week. So my school is getting our staff members to find their favorite book, not necessarily a children's book, but they're getting their favorite book and why they like the book and maybe even a quote from the book. So Canva can totally remove the background without taking that extra step. I know that years ago I was in, I wasn't a CIT ever because librarians can't be CITs, but my sister was, and she would always give me the tricks that you all would teach her, right? And background remover was a different website that we'd always use. And then all of a sudden last year, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, Canva was like, no, we have a background remover. Perfect, right? So the way we use it, my assistant principal does not know we had a background remover. So she thought it was really funny because we had a UIL staff meeting. Let me see if I can find the picture real quick. This is the picture of the meeting. And one of the staff members wasn't able to be in the meeting that day. So I cropped him in. Like I took a picture of him by himself. He doesn't look happy, but it's him. So this is, see, this is, he took the picture by himself and then I added the rest of us in the meeting. And this is really cool, something you can use in Canva. I taught the kids how to use it in one of our library sessions. And now Canva, you can do this in video format too, which is super exciting because when you're videotaping and you want a different background, if your background's kind of boring or I don't know. I know you all mentioned that you like my background. It's just, I'm a toy collector. So that's why I have all this toys in here, library. And then I was the elementary librarian for a million years. So I have all the books. So the way we do it is you get any picture. I'm going to use Alyssa's picture. She doesn't know you guys are in my presentation. So if you know her, can make a shout out to her. Great teacher, by the way. So you upload your picture, right? Sorry, upload your picture. Here are all the pictures I've uploaded. Then you click on the picture, edit image, and just with this simple little button, background remover, you let it do its magic. And ta-da, it's gone, yay. And then this is when the fun part comes in. You can put just a solid background behind here, do the blue, and don't make her look like she's floating, right? Or you can do something fun and add like backgrounds down here. Say you want to do the beach that she's, oh, this is not a beach, this is a desert. This is fun, right? It'd be cool if we could get the matching book to the background. Yeah, just an idea. To do the video part, you would go to uploads, videos. You're gonna see me being a dork. And then you would record yourself. Permission, allow. I'm never in this office anymore. So here I am. You can change the screen. Here. Oh, I don't want to change the screen. Sorry, wrong one. Close. Settings, no. Is it recording me? That is my default picture. That is not me now. What did I do? Okay, maybe not. Let me email you all those steps. I know I did it, but I got a little nervous. We'll come back to it, I promise. Valerie entered the meeting. Okay. Next one. Okay, this other part is when I was telling you, you can use Canva for almost anything. If you're into other technology tools, you can embed them and App Smash. App Smash is when you combine two or three different technology tools together. Of course, your Google Drive links up. You can change things into QR code. Bitmoji is available. Just make sure that you sign into Bitmoji and not with your Snapchat. So that's why I couldn't add my little Bitmojis earlier today, because PSJA blocks Snapchat. So there's a bunch of different things. Wakelet, if you're a big Wakelet, I wasn't a fan of Wakelet, and then they showed me how everything gets organized because I'm a scatterbrain. So Wakelet is amazing. Bunsies, if you're into Bunsy, it's connects to it also. So you can do a whole bunch of different things with different apps. All you would do is not templates, file, home. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place today. I've been at 3 different campuses today helping. Okay, let's go back here. Sorry, excuse me. We're going to scroll down to apps. And then these are all the different apps. My favorite has been, the favorite one that I've been playing with that is my new favorite is text to image. So say you're going through elements and you cannot find a picture to save you. You really, really want to have a certain kind of picture and you can't find it. I was using this teen scream, scary stories in the dark, and I wanted maybe a witch in my picture with a book. And I looked through all of elements and I couldn't find it. So what text to image does is you enter what you want to see and you generate image. And you let Canva do its magic. And Canva will create a picture according to your text. Oh. Come on, Canva. So I wanted a witch reading a book. I could have been more specific. This gave me witch books, which kind of works, right? Computers, you got to tell me exactly what to do, right? Witch reading a book. I think I'm almost out of time, but this will be. Like, dun, dun.
You know, I tried that text to image yesterday, Linda, and it does take a while.
Yeah, here we go. And see, these aren't the greatest pictures, but it's a witch reading a book that wasn't available in Elements. So you can be creative. I know sometimes the elementaries have like Unicorn Day, Unicorn Literacy Day, or Fairy Literacy Day, and they want it, or superhero reads. It's all I know is books, right? So that's why I have to keep on saying reads. But you're trying to match a picture with a book or a picture with another image, and you can't find it on the Elements, you can't find it online, or you're trying to stay within the copyrights. This one's really cool, text to image. It does take a little while, but it's amazing. Do I have any questions? Because I'm out of time already and I don't want to keep you all later.
I don't think we have any questions. I know we have a lot of people that were saying that they really liked the tools that you were showing off. So
thank you.
That is awesome, especially background remover.
Yeah, background remover is really cool. You don't have to do that extra step anymore. And there is a video remover. I'm just frazzled brain right now, but I will get to the steps right now. Thanks. If you need me, I am Linda.Martinez, no number, at psjaisd.us. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Linda. I really appreciate the tips from Canva. And every time I see somebody present on Canva, I always learn something new because there's so much that you can do on Canva. And speaking of which, we also have a Canva series going on. We have had 2 episodes from Canva's own Elizabeth Bostwick. So she's really, really good. We have one more session coming up with her. It's going to be on the Tuesday when we get back from the break. She's going to be trying to teach anybody who joins how to implement Canva in the classroom. So that one's a really good one. And Linda doesn't just know Canva very well. I believe you also work for them, right? Correct, Linda? And then she's like a Canva master. So if anybody has any questions regarding Canva, she is your go-to point. And so thank you again, Linda, for
Called
sure.
Canva Education Creators.
There you go, Canva Education Creators. Cool.
Awesome.
Alrighty. Let's go on to our last presenter. So let me get my screen really quick. So we have one more presentation, and I'm going to share my screen. So our last presenter is Flor Villarreal. She is the life coach at Audie Murphy Middle School. And then she is going to present on, I hope I'm saying this right, is it Vocaroo, right? I think it's Vocaroo.
Correct. Yes.
There you go. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and let you take it away, Flor. And thank you again for being here.
Yes, thank you guys. And thank you for sharing those awesome resources. There were some things I didn't know on Canva. So thank you, Ms. Martinez, for sharing. I will be talking to you all about or just sharing our experience in my campus using Vocaroo. I know Ms. Marquez mentioned it pre-pandemic, and this was a tool that we utilized within our campus to really help support our TELPAs. So what I'm going to do at this time is I'm going to share my screen. Let me get to this real quick. So if you see here, I have provided for you guys the Vocaroo tutorial and how to add audio to Google Slides. And as you can see, like we're all familiar with Google Slides. Our students use it, our teachers utilize it as well. And just to give you some insight on what Vocaroo is, right? It is a cloud-based recording app where educators can utilize to enhance the learning for their students. And it's also a recording system that is easy to share via a traditional link or by generating a QR code. And as we go on in the presentation, I'm going to show you and just give you some insight as to how educators or your students can use it. So in this slide here, I also provided Marco with the steps. So as a guide, if you see here, it's just follow 4 simple, quick, easy steps, and then some tips and tricks that teachers can use as well. So the very first thing that you do is you go to the Vocaroo, and I don't know why it does this. It always says redirect, and it's going to probe you to this screen here. So yes, Marco, you were pronouncing it correct, right? It's Vocaroo. And this is all that it is. You're going to see a little microphone here. And as I did mention, you can utilize it with anything that encompasses a link. So if you see here, there's a little microphone, and all you really have to do is when you click on it, it's going to start to record. But before that, you do click on this little icon here on the bottom right hand corner, and you can adjust the settings, which I think is really, really neat. You're able to remove any background noise, or you can auto adjust the volume. So just to give you some information here, you click on this microphone, and as I am speaking, it's already a recording. I know for this particular application, it doesn't have a limited time, so you can really record for very, very long periods. I don't think that there's like a cutoff time. So if you see here, it's recording. So as I click on it, it's already recorded what I was saying, right? As we're having this conversation. Let's say, for example, your students are utilizing this and they don't like it, they hear it. Then if you click on this little swivel here, it allows them to re-record. Can you hear me, Marco, or no? Yes? Okay. So what you do is you click on this play button, this microphone, And as you can see, it already recorded what I was saying. And you click on this save and share. When you click on this save and share, you can go ahead and share this link with many different platforms. You can share it through Facebook, you can share it through Twitter, through WhatsApp, through an email. And when you click on these two little icons here, or in this little icon, it allows you to copy that link. What my campus really liked about this was that it's a very simple, easy tool to utilize. So anything that encompasses copying and pasting a link, you can go ahead and share the audio here. Another thing that you can do is when you click on QR code, it'll auto-generate a QR code for you. And you can do two things with it. You can save it, and it'll download to your files. Another way that my teachers have utilized it is they use it, usually they'll copy and paste it on a Google slide, or they'll put it around their classroom like as a gallery walk, and then they'll have the students listen to their own recordings, which I think is really, really neat. This embedded one icon, when you click on it, you can copy this embedded code. And when you do that and you open on Google Sites, which is a platform that usually my teachers use, they can go ahead and copy this embedded link and they can publish and they can listen to that audio there. I'm not going to show you just because it's a little extensive on the Google Sites part. Another thing that you can do with this link here is you download it directly onto your computer and it already created a file. Let's say when your students are listening to this particular recording and they're not comfortable with it, you can always click on delete and they can start again. The reason why I was sharing this platform with you guys today was because this really set the like the tone for my campus, and it really helped with the TELPAs. I know that the students have to like auto record themselves, and then they have to listen and they have to rate themselves. And this application here really helped our teachers get that 10% at the end, which is something that my teachers really embed, and they've been utilizing it in many different ways. Do we have any questions so far? I know I'm going fairly quickly through this. Any questions on the chat?
I don't see any questions yet, but Miss Lugo made a really good point. She says that Vocaroo is good for fluency checks.
Yes.
For the EBs, and so I agree.
Yes, and that's a big part of why my campus is so or really loves this application, because you don't have to subscribe to it, you don't have to sign in, so it takes away from like all that, the pre-work before. It's something that is very student friendly. Something that I did want to share with you guys as well was, and this is the Vocaroo and Google Slides, and all you do is you can copy and you paste the link, right? Like on any document, not only necessarily this platform here, but I also provided with you guys, or I shared some prompts that we've used in our campus for the TELPAs, or to support, the Summit K-12 as well, that my teachers are utilizing with our campus. And then they brainstorm, they listen to it, right? They do the writing, and then finally they record. So these are some easy ways that our students have been using the Vocaroo. Another example that I am sharing with you guys today is how you generate the QR code. And I know some of my teachers have used it to, they post it on their Google Classroom and they have the students listen to their daily objective. And then from there, they have those conversations. So these are just like little tips or little ideas as far as how to utilize Vocaroo. It's very simple. It's like a press and record, application. And then I also provided you guys with some tips, right? These are some of ideas that my teachers have utilized and has really, really helped them. So we utilize it with TELPAs, the SIF gallery walks to generate different QR codes with audio notes. We generate different sharing links on Google Classroom. Some of my teachers have provided audio feedback, for the teachers and the students. audio instruction when working with collaborative groups, right? So again, it's a simple tool. It's very easy to maneuver and to just anything that encompasses copying and pasting a link, like this is your tool. And where you want your students to self-reflect and kind of gauge where they're at as far as the speaking, right? This would be a very easy tool. And I did want to share with you guys today. Any questions?
I do not see any questions. A lot of people are saying really good things about it, Flor. About all the possibilities that you can do it.
Yes.
Miss Martinez was talking about student-led podcasts, book recommendations.
Most definitely. Like you can always, I know we we encourage our students to use Myon or to read like those audiobooks, right? So they can always read something, paraphrase it, record themselves, and then, you know, they get to self-monitor. And it's just different ways that my teachers have utilized it. And, you know, the possibilities are endless with this tool. Anything that encompasses recording and copying and sharing a link, like this is your tool. And my teachers have really seen the benefit, especially with the TELPAs. And I think our scores have really reflected that.
Yeah, that's a really awesome tool, Florida. And also the thing I like about it is, and I know we do here at the district, we always promote things like Flip or Flipgrid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this one is a really good tool. Like if you want it to be like a quicker activity where you don't really want to have the
Yes.
kids, you know, mess with all the, you know, how they can insert
Mhm.
GIFs and pictures and music. If you want to get something like a really quick, I guess like entry or exit ticket, I
Yeah.
think Vocaroo is a really good tool. And maybe if you want to, you know, those times when you do want to have the students be a little bit more creative, maybe like on Fridays or something like that,
Mhm.
then we can do things like Flip. But I really do like how it's just a really quick, accessible tool so that students can practice, you know, fluency and things like that. And all the strategies that you
Yes. And
mentioned.
you'd be surprised like how creative our teachers get with these things. Like it's so neat to see. But yes, I definitely wanted to share and like the benefits. And again, just to kind of reinforce like how it's helped our campus, especially since speaking was big part of our need, that growth, right? So that really enhanced and we were able to see that practice at the end, we were able to gain that. So that made us really, really happy.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Flor. Thank you all for being here. Before we go, I actually want to share my screen one more time and show you our calendar if you all are interested for the remainder of the year. So let me share that with you. So right here, I have our November, December tech training calendar. So it looks like the next thing that we have going on for, we're the 10th today. So we do have, I believe.
The week after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
don't have anything next week. So the week after Thanksgiving, we'll have our third Canva presentation
Yeah.
on Tuesday, the
Awesome.
29th. Yeah.
And it's called, thank you, Val. And it's called From Consumers to Creators, Empowering Students in Canva for Education. And I believe, right, Val, correct me if I'm wrong, it's more about implementing it into the classroom, right? Like with
Correct.
the students? Okay.
Mhm.
Great. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for being here. Hey, Val, do you want to do it or do you want me to get the door prize little claw ready?
It's up to you. Let me go. I can do it if you want. Hold on.
Let me see how many
But
people we
also,
have.
in the meantime, also wanted to
Mhm.
tell you, remember also that week when we come back, we have our fourth Java chat for those early risers. If you're on campus at 7:15, you want to come and hang out and chit chat with us, we will be having the next one, I believe, will be on Microsoft Tasks. I don't remember exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
We do have it on Microsoft Tasks, and
Perfect.
you know the benefits of using it, Val. If you just want to talk about it like briefly.
Cool. So I wanted to find a to-do list app that will allow me to venture in all different types of operating systems, iOS, Android, and Windows. And the reason is because I am an Android user on my phone, just like Marco is, and I wanted something that I can have in my iPad for work, and my desktop computer, and my laptop. Microsoft Task automatically merges everything. I tried everything else on iOS, everything on Android, and that one works really good. You can prioritize this, and anything that you flag on Outlook, it will give you a list of flags also on Microsoft Text. So it's really cool. We'll be discussing it next, the week when we come back from Thanksgiving at Java Chat at 10:15.
Cool. I think we had a total of 8. Val, we're going to do a door prize real quick. Thank you all very much for being here. And so to try to make it worth it, we will try to give at least, how many door prizes? Maybe 2 or 3? I don't remember the number. 2. Let's do 2.
And what is the number? 8?
I believe we have 8.
Okay, cool. You have the order? Let me check. I'll open it up. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Yes. So I will tell you right there by the order that we have here. Here we go. Number 8, and the winner for this prize pack is Valerie Hernandez. Congratulations, Valerie. We'll be getting it to you as soon as we can. And
I don't think you were sharing your screen, Val.
Oh, I wasn't sharing it? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Whoops. I thought it was. Now I cannot see the
No cuenta,
participants.
Valentín.
No cuenta. Claro que cuenta. Ya dije el nombre.
I'm kidding, Valerie.
Miss Luga, you're funny.
I think
All
it
right, here we
deserves 2
go.
prizes.
And the second prize. Here we go. Number 6, and that will be Mr. Michael Ramirez. Michael Ramirez, congratulations. We're going to get you a prize pack full of goodies just for you. Thank you so much for supporting us and being here, guys. It was so nice to see so many middle school and high school people here. Nice to see you because I don't get to see you. So I guess to see you virtually. Again, thank you so much. And here's Marco.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. We're going to try to do one more unmute and recharge, which is probably looking like it's going to be, we're only going to do one more before the end of the year. I think it's going to be on December the 8th. So if you or anybody that you know are interested in presenting for the secondary unmute and recharge on December the 8th, reach out to me. Any awesome ideas that you all keep coming up with, I would be down for, having you all share, or anybody that you know, if there's other educators on your campus that you know of, you're like, we have to spread the word on, some particular app, that would be amazing. So again, thank you all so much for being here. Congratulations to the door prize winners, and hopefully you'll be hearing from me soon, and you will see us again on December the 8th. And if I don't see you all, have an awesome, well-deserved Thanksgiving break. And yeah, that's it. Y'all have a great day. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you for sharing, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations. Thanks, Marco.
Yeah, you got it. I'm going to post the PDF on here if anybody wants it of today's slides.
I just wanted the picture of that, but thank you.
You got it.
Bye, guys. Thanks, Linda. Bye, Miss Flor.
Hey, you.
Oh, let me stop the recording real quick. There we go.